Welcome back. Well, today we are talking about Philip Brumley. Philip Brumley. Do you know who Philip Brumley is, if you're a Jehovah's Witness out there? Lots of times JWs will come on the line and they think that this is all fake news. We're going to go right to JW.org. This is not fake news. Philip Brumley, he's a big deal in the JW.org. He changed laws in favor for Jehovah's Witnesses. So he's very well known. We're going to look at him here just briefly. And I'm going to get off the screen. He was mentioned in the Watchtower study, article 24, Philip Brumley, in June. That's from the June magazine. And what do they call him here? He remains Jehovah's guest forever. That's what they're saying. So we go here, and I just had a little fine screen for Brumley. I'll just find it. So here's the article. Jehovah paid attention to my prayers. So I'm wondering if that's how Philip Brumley feels. Jehovah's been paying attention to his prayers. So this is an article. It just talks about this guy. But here he is, Brumley, Philip Brumley. He's mentioned here. He's in this article. And this guy went to Cuba, and he worked alongside Philip Brumley. I worked with Brother Philip Brumley from the World Headquarters. So these are all leaders of the org. And Philip Brumley, he's all over the place. Here's another place I found Philip Brumley. I'll just get this up. We'll just play a little bit of this, just so you get a good idea who Philip Brumley is.
In video, brothers working with the World Headquarters Legal Department answer these questions.
Brothers, this decision is truly historic. In fact, the court consolidated 20 of our cases into one decision and ruled conclusively in our favor in all of them. Throughout the 196-page decision, the court meticulously dismantles the lies that Russia has used to persecute our brothers and ban our worship. Shane, in what way specifically did the court condemn Russia? Shane, in what way specifically did the court condemn Russia?
Well, the decision unambiguously declares that Russia is guilty of carrying out a premeditated and relentless attack on innocent worshipers and on pure worship.
Okay, what I find interesting in this clip is they're going hard after Russia for lying and deceiving in the court. And that's what this guy's got charged for, lying and deceiving in the Montana court system. We did a lot of videos on that. He's now in a position where he had to go to the 9th District Court for he appealed it, of course. He got sanctioned over $154,000 for lying and deceiving the court in Montana. So yeah, the ruling just came out. I'm going to read it to you, but let's just listen to a little bit more of this guy to see how his words have actually come back on him. Here we go.
This decision is legally binding on the 46 countries who have submitted to the jurisdiction of the European Court. Thus, the rights of over 1.5 million Jehovah's Witnesses who live in these lands are better protected than ever. But even more, because the European Court is held in such high regard, this decision will have great weight before high courts worldwide. We thank Jehovah for this historic victory, this resounding victory from the European Court.
That video was 2022, and that's when they're trying to fight Russia. Since then, Norway canceled them, so it's interesting. But this is Philip Brumley. This is the lawyer we're talking about. Now, for all of you Jehovah's Witness out there that think this is all fake news, well, so far I just played JW News off your site. But now if you go to the court sites, here's a court document that's just filed May 28th, right here, 2024. And this is this, and I'm going to attach this. You guys can check it out. These are the courts. Philip Brumley was up in the courts here for lying and deceiving the courts in this case between Tracy and Camellia Mapley. So this is his appeal. It went to the appeal court in actually in Alaska, because that's where the appeal court is for 13 districts, Montana being one of them. So, it went all the way to the appeal court. We're going to go right to the end. I like the end. That's where everything is said. Oh, it's dismissed. They threw it out. So there it is. It's dismissed. That's the end of that. So what else is happening? I'll pin that. We're going to take a look at, and I can pin this as well. This is a site that keeps track of all this stuff. Now, I'm going to take a look at Mark O'Donnell. He did a nice write-up here. And thanks to Mark O'Donnell for this. And he says, the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit has ruled against Jehovah's Witnesses Chief General Counsel Philip Brumley. on April 14th, 2023, Brumley, the top attorney for the JWs, and overseer of their international legal department, was fined over $154,000 by federal judge Susan Waters for submitting multiple misleading and false affidavits into 2 Montana child abuse cases. Brumley attempted to convince the court that Watchtower, Pennsylvania, had no involvement with the JW congregations in the 1970s and 80s and should be eliminated as a defendant. However, documents obtained by attorneys for the abuse victims made strong connections between the Pennsylvania Corporation and Watchtower New York, as well as the day-to-day operations of Jehovah's Witnesses during the relevant time periods. Judge Waters stated that Brumley's actions demonstrate, at minimum, a reckless disregard for providing an accurate and truthful accounting of Watchtower, Pennsylvania's role. The smoking gun documents were sourced not from the Jehovah's Witnesses, but from whistleblowers who left the religion and turned them over to activists supporting abuse victims. Brumley appealed the decision by Judge Waters to the Ninth Circuit, and the appellate court has dismissed his appeal today. The Jehovah's Witnesses have already paid the fines issued by the court, and Brumley's reputation has been severely damaged due to his misleading and false statements. The 2 Montana child abuse cases continue to progress toward their respective trials, scheduled for August and September of this year. So folks, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. About half of our viewers don't subscribe, but we understand what it's like waking up out of the religion, or even having 2 people, one JW in a house, one waking up. You can't really show the evidence of who you're subscribed to. I understand. But we appreciate you watching, and thanks again, and what do we say? Keep living your day with love. We'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.